We're gonna stop and get our usual 6 or 9 cans of brake clean for hand cleaner, leg cleaner, and mess up cleaner. Then we're gonna go home and start putting this on again. We'll check back in with you shortly. Alright, this is my first attempt at the tech tip thing, and I didn't really think about this being a thing, but you kind of got to pay attention when you're doing all this motor swapping around, and it matters. Your timing cover matters with your balancer, and had you even talked about that before? But anyway, this is the original donor motor, and it was painted blue, and that's why we call it the blue motor. But anyway, it was in a pickup truck, and it's got this mark. The timing mark is on this orientation on the timing cover, and you can see that this one's over here, and when you put this balancer on, if you use this balancer on this motor, you'd be off that much. Is what it boils down to. So it matters keeping your balancer with the right timing cover. And that's about it on that. But thanks for stopping by. Alright, when Brian put this together, he went ahead and adjusted all the valves, and he put number 1 on compression stroke on top dead center. And it's real nice to verify this before you're inside the engine bay. But you can come right here and see, if that'll focus, you can see the top of the piston. And when you drop your distributor in, it's going to be pointing relatively at number 1. And we went over this timing cover difference, and like Brian was mentioning, it's a whole lot better to get it straight right now. And if we had messed up and mismatched our timing covers in her, and one good thing is about this one is you can see this one a lot better, but when it's in the car and you're timing it, and if you got a short water pump, like he said, you can't even see this one. This one would be actually better in that case, but learning as we go is always good. But it's so easy to get one of these when you put it together and don't have the intake off of it. To get it, you might get it on top dead center, but it's 180 out. I'm famous for getting them 180 out, and it's aggravating. But you can tell when you start trying to start it. But anyway, don't that look good? All right, we're just full of tech tips today, but this is stuff that's interesting, and
it's a little more trivia, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like trivia, and it's our attempt to be like Freiburger, I guess, but it's interesting to me, like, to know, like Brian's blue truck had
wait, don't give it away yet. Don't give it away yet. So in the comments below, put in what year was the last year that they painted Chevrolet. Most people call it orange. It's actually Chevrolet red, I think. Yeah. What was the last year the small block Chevy was painted this color?
And Dad would never paint anything other than this color. It didn't matter what.
And just a little bit later, they started putting them this color, blue. Yeah. And from now, I guess we can tell.
Yeah.
So once you've made your guess, we think, at least from our experience, 76 was the last year of the orange red.
In 77, they went to blue. And we also just discovered this between our last tech tip and this tech tip, which is really amazing. That this blue one, which is a 70, you said 8? This is a 78 balancer, and it has fine thread bolts. And this is out of 79 van, which we know the color's on. But it has standard threads.
Coarse thread.
Coarse threads. And that's odd. I thought they were all the same. But,
What else was we talking
oh, like the tail lights on, I thought this was interesting. The tail lights on Uncle Bob was the last year for the rounds, and it was a 76.
That's on step bed.
On step bed.
So it's last year the round tail
Tail
light,
lights
and then they
like
went
the
to
72. It's had
Yeah.
the same tail lights as the 72, and then in 77 it went to the square ones.
all the way up through the 80s.
Yeah.
It's just square.
Okay,
on-
anyway. We was wanting to try to put it in today, but we'd had to rush, and we got motor mounts ordered, which is, they're not here, and I'd like to put long tubes on it while I'm into it. And none of that stuff's here yet, so anyway, we put harmonic balancer on, put the pulleys on the front, Brian put this tape on, it's on compression on number 1, top dead center, got all our stuff lined up. When we drop the distributor in, it should line up with one. Bolted the flex plate up, got this, man, I ain't never had one of these before, engine stand. Worked good hauling the truck, you can scoot it around. And, so as soon as the rest of our parts come in, I'm gonna start cleaning on that mess and get ready to put the new motor mounts in. And we're gonna try to, because we had what was getting ready to be a white flow on the motor come out of the van, I feel like this is a pretty decent engine, so I'm thinking about taking a chance on sticking a MTC1 Melling cam in it. That'll run better than stock, and they're not bad on fuel. And we'll have this for like a beater backup motor. And I got enough stuff to put it together, and we'll just have it for just in case. And when we get tired of not swapping motors, we'll maybe stick it in the K10 because it'll be a lot better than the 305. But right now I'm pretty good on swapping motors. And wait for this. One of the 20,000 diesels that come by here, hauling gas every day. We thought we found some rallies, but it was a flake on marketplace. Anyway, I won't say that. Cut that out. But we're gonna switch beds maybe tomorrow, and just mainly have fun playing. Ain't gonna worry about getting the. I was afraid we was gonna be in a hurry and try to throw this thing in here and get it running today, but thankfully that didn't happen because I wasn't feeling it. All day 10 or 12 hour thrash, but that's about it, ain't it? Want to thank our sponsors, Greg's Home and Auto, Dr. Enough, Fred's Fine Dining in the Gap, and there's one more. Oh yeah, HK Outdoors. Y'all have a good evening. We'll see you.